Hey guys, Jake and Sarah Salyer with another episode of At Our Kitchen Table with Hearth Homes. Today we are due for a market update as we are seeing some definite shifts in the market. So back up 3 months ago.
Which is in the summer, like
Sure.
heat of the summer. Yeah.
It's always busy in the summer. We're
Yeah.
still seeing, single digit days on market. Things are flying. Didn't necessarily depend on the price range. I mean, within reason. So that under 400,000, still moving very quickly. And now we are back in a season of, it's definitely transitioning from a seller's market. I wouldn't say it's a buyer's market yet, but we are definitely headed there. So things are slowing down.
Which I always say, and you guys have heard us say this several times in previous videos, that when we talk about the normal cycle of real estate, the highs and lows, we're in that normal slowdown right now. Like it's fall,
like
school
September,
started,
yeah.
September, August, we had a lot of closing in August. School starts, everybody's focused on that. So September's kind of slow, and then it'll generally pick back up a little bit in October so people can start closing and getting in before Thanksgiving and Christmas. And everyone's like, are you guys scared? What are you worried about? The answer's still the same. We have no idea what to expect, but all we can say is it's definitely slowing down. I think Jake said lumber prices have kind of off, but there's some
Leveled-ish.
other...
I mean, we're back into, so OSB hit I want to say an all-time high unless you go back to 07, 08, which...
Can't count that.
I mean, so we hit like $48 a sheet. We are back to a manageable $18, $19, $20 a sheet. Yeah. But previous to COVID, right, it was, I think, $11, maybe $9 a sheet. So, which we saw again 07, 08. We can look at the factors, the driving factors to what's happening right now. Definitely rate increases. So they have controlled the rates to bring everything back down to not so crazy.
Which they're not, again, it's always depending on what loan program you go with, but I think today, an FHA is probably somewhere between 5.5% and 6%, which isn't terrible. I know once we start pushing that 6% threshold, people really start like, woo, that's really
So
high.
I have to pause her and say, when I bought, I guess this would have been 07, right? I financed my second house at 6.25% and thought that I was doing good. And then they dropped to, I think, 5.5%. So I refied at 5.5%. And I'm going to step completely out of real estate and step into cars. Everybody's mind shift is changing as we're looking at money. When we graduated high school, you could still buy a truck for $20,000 and it was fully loaded. I'm seeing trucks now at $80,000 and people are buying them. And so we're so used to the rates shifting back into real estate. We're used to a 3% rate because that's been incredible. I think we financed our house at like 2.8, which was unheard of. And now we're stepping back up there and we're going to hit a lull. And I think it's an intentional lull from the Fed, right? Things were so crazy due to COVID that they had to do something to control.
Rein it all back in.
Right, and that's what's happening right now. So we've still got people buying, we've still got people selling. It's just not flying. Now, price range-wise, there is a price range that is flying. That 250, still multiple offer situations. That 400, people are stepping back because your $400,000 purchase at a 6% rate is similar to your $600,000 purchase at a 3% rate. So it's really affecting what people can afford on top of groceries, fuel.
Well, and that's a whole, that's a
Life's
whole nother,
expensive.
life is expensive right now. And so I have a lot of first-time home buyers who are really struggling to find anything below 230, anywhere in that 200 to 230. It's, you get something even close to like 209, 200 and you walk in and the house is, it's trashed. It's disgusting. It's nothing that anybody wants to live in. It's like, golly.
And the ones that aren't, again, multiple offer situations.
Right, multiple
and even
offer
some of the ones that
situations
are.
and things like that.
We've got a girl that we've been working with. She's super sweet. And I'm like, well, what'd you think? And she's like, I really hope she doesn't want to do anything. Because we don't want that for our people. We don't want you to just settle. We don't want you to buy a nightmare.
Right. And thankfully, she's got a lot of family around her to help consult that and make sure that she's stepping into the right decision too. But ultimately, I think right now, things are starting to stay on the market from 5 to 7 days. And it's not just us that feels that. When I talk to other listing agents, they're kind of feeling the same thing. So a little bit of a slowdown, nothing scary. Interest rates, yes, are higher than 3%, but it's still attainable. And there's also tons of down payment assistant programs out there. There's different things that, is still helpful for you guys to keep a little bit more cash in your pocket.
There's some programs out there that are really, really good from some lenders that are not so good. So I want to wrap this up with, and we always touch on relationships.
Yeah.
Even if we're not your relationship, that's okay. Default to your professional.
Yeah.
If it's, a family member, your mom is your realtor. Mom, who is your favorite loan officer?
Yeah.
And if you have to go out, like, I don't want to name the company, but they've got something right now in the 4s that's a 7-year ARM, which is excellent, right? You can't touch the 4s right now unless you go with them. They've got some people that I prefer. If we're going to go there, hey, let us use this preferred lender, loan officer, I should say, because they're really good at their job. So there are ways around having such a crazy rate, but you need to default to somebody that's got a relationship with someone at that company, because it will make everybody's life so much better.
Yep.
With that being said, we have talked too long. I hope you've watched this long. Like, comment, subscribe, as we always say. Text message, Facebook, email, whatever. Another episode at our kitchen table. We appreciate you guys watching. Have a great day.